Hey guys, Jim here, coming back with another video. Today is Friday, and last night we received the results back from the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame voting. I am still trying to let that all set in. I watched many video submissions, and I wasn't keeping any kind of a tally. But in the end, I received quite a few more votes than what I thought I had received. And you know, just to be recognized by people you respect in the hobby and people that you consider friends in this great YouTube community that we have, just the recognition alone is a win for me. And just very honored, and just want to thank anybody who voted for me. And I want to thank not just people who voted for me, but anybody who's ever, come by my channel at any point in time and interacted with me at any point in our great community here. Just a big thank you to you all. And, there's going to be a more appropriate time to get into it a little more in depth. But right now, just wanted to really give a big, huge thank you to the whole YouTube community. And so, I have a bunch of pickups I've made recently. I stopped by my favorite antique shop out in Cape Cod and found some pretty cool stuff there. Also a couple of eBay pickups. So to get right in started with it, I got a few cards here. Okay, so I picked up a couple of Juan Soto cards. Juan Soto cards are very affordable right now. I know he had a little bit of a down season last year for him. He was traded in the middle of the season, so that may have affected him a little bit, but the guy's only 24 years old still. I just think he has an amazing future ahead of him. He's going to be a great player. He already is a great player. And the price of his cards are really affordable right now, and I think it's a good time to pick them up if that's something that you would want to do. Anyway, this is the 2020 Topps Chrome. This is a 1985 parallel there. Got another Topps Chrome. It's a 2022 Topps Chrome. This is the logo fractor, they call it. And the reason why is, if you look really closely, you can see the MLB logo there in the background. So yeah, I thought it was a beautiful looking card. Logo fractor, they were strictly online. Well, not strictly, because they were mostly online. They could buy these logo fractor boxes at Topps.com, but there were also a limited number that were there was a limited number that were sold at the MLB store in New York City. So I did the math. There's about 3,562 logo fractor cards of each player. And so I thought that was pretty cool to pick that up. Next, I got a couple Hall of Fame rookie cards. 1949 Bowman, Lou Boudreau. And of course, Lou Boudreau, this card just looks great. And I'm really loving 1949 Bowman. But great colors, like the image there. Just really a lot to like about this card. It's fairly well centered. The corners are great. The thing of it is I almost returned it. I talked to a couple of people, and they kind of recommended that I might want to return it. And the reason being is because I think it's possible that it could be trimmed, because what I noticed is from top to bottom, this dimension here is about somewhere between a 16th and a 32nd of an inch short. And so, I contacted the seller, and I was going to return it. The seller, of course, swears up and down, and it's not trimmed. But the only thing is, I don't know, is I know like on some sets, there's a variance where, some cards may be a little bigger or a little smaller than others. I don't know if 49 Bowman is like that. All the other 49 Bowmans I have seem to be all the same size, and this one just seems to be a hair shorter. So I don't know what's going on. I'm going to send it to PSA and let them decide. It might cost me $18 for nothing if they tell me it's trimmed. but it's a chance I'm willing to take because it is a great looking card, and if I can get them to grade it, I'm sure it's going to get a nice grade, and it's just a beautiful card. So either way, I'll spend another 18 bucks on it and see if I can get them to make a decision. And last but not least, on the cards, I got this beautiful 1997 Big Papi David Ortiz, Mr. Clutch. Just a great looking card. Flair Ultra. I have had this card on my watch list for several years anyway, at least 2 or 3 years, and just never got the right deal. Of course, you know, the last couple of years, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, the value of this card was way up, but now that prices are coming back down, I got a great deal. The seller sent me an offer on eBay, and it was a considerable discount from what they were originally asking and what most of them are going for. And so I thought that I would jump on that and grab that card. And I'm really happy I did too, because I'm just, you know, David Ortiz is one of my guys, and just love this card. And the back is just as nice as the front as far as I'm concerned. So those are the card pickups. And so I got some stuff that I picked up at my favorite antique shop over on Cape Cod. And first of all, I got this little photo, and you all know who that is on that photo. That's, of course, Babe Ruth and Ted Williams. And you don't know, you can't really read what that says because it's in very small print. But what it says is exclusive copyrighted photo, George Lyons, the only picture ever taken in uniform, first meeting of two champions, July 13, 1943, Boston, Mass, Fenway Park. So I'm assuming George Lyons was the photographer. Don't have any idea how old that is or anything else about it, but I thought it was pretty cool, and it didn't cost me more than a few bucks, so I decided to grab it. All this stuff, it's amazing some of the prices this guy sells some of this stuff for. But here is a 50th Hot Stove League baseball dinner, and what I believe this is it's a New Jersey Hall of Fame. So I guess it's like players that came from New Jersey, and they have their own little Hall of Fame there for their state. And so just saw this, and of course we got autographs on it. And right here, that is Brooks Robinson. So you guys all know who that is. I don't need, nothing further needs to be said about him. Down here, we have Tom Gorman. And Tom Gorman, and I think it's really cool that he signed it right at home plate too. Tom Gorman had a very long career in the major leagues as a National League umpire, and he was a National League umpire for 25 years, from 1951 through 1976. So we got Tom Gorman there. So up here we have Joe Collins. Joe Collins, unfortunately, this one is personalized. It says, "To Michael, best wishes, Joe Collins." But Joe Collins had a fairly average career. He played 10 seasons, all with the New York Yankees. And his best season was in 1952, where he had 18 home runs, 59 runs batted in, and a .280 batting average that season. So that's Joe Collins. And last but not least, we have Jeff Torborg. And many of you probably remember Jeff Torborg as a manager. He also was a player. He had a 10-year career as a part-time catcher, and he was wasn't a very great player. But he does have a bit of a trivia, bragging rights, I guess, if you will. So Jeff Torborg is a catcher, caught Sandy Koufax's perfect game in 1965, and he caught a no-hitter from Bill Singer in 1970, and on May 15th, 1973, he caught the first of Nolan Ryan's 7 no-hitters. So that's quite a claim to fame right there. Also, as I said, Torborg was a manager as well. He managed the Indians, Mets, Expos, Marlins, and White Sox. And in 1990, he was the American League Manager of the Year for the White Sox. So that's Jeff Torborg. Then we had another one of these programs. This was from the 55th annual, and there's only one signature on this one, and that's right there in the middle, beautiful signature of Enos Slaughter. And so Enos Slaughter was not inducted into this Hall of Fame. I don't even know if he was from New Jersey, but he was the guest speaker at this event on this particular evening. So that's why he was there, and it's a really great autograph, Enos Slaughter on the front there. So those programs are in great condition too. Really, really like those. So next, I want to show you guys a few postcards that I picked up. Here I have a very old postcard. It's from the early 20th century. I think probably from sometime between 1900 and 1910. It's not in great shape, but I don't really care about that, considering it's, 113 years old or more. Corner's missing a little bit from the top. I just thought it was a great photo, and really the reason why I picked it up is because I don't know who the player is, but I'm guessing it was a major league player, because it certainly looks like the Detroit Tigers logo there on the jersey. I don't know if the Tigers ever wore any type of a black jersey like that though. Maybe it was some kind of jacket. I don't know. It's really cool looking though, whatever it is. But I don't know. I thought it was a player. I did try to research it a little bit. Couldn't really seem to figure out who it was. Unfortunately, it definitely is not Ty Cobb, but definitely appears that it was some Detroit Tiger player at some point in time there. Then I got this very beautiful postcard, Baseball Greats. So on the front there we have Don Drysdale, Dean Chance, Willie Mays, and Sandy Koufax. What I really love about these photos on here is that they, with the exception of Dean Chance, Sandy Koufax and Willie Mays particularly have a really nice smile on their face, and Don Drysdale has a pretty good smile there too. So they all look real happy there in these pictures, and I just think it's just a pretty cool old postcard. And this postcard is from 1964, and at that time, what you have here is you have 3 California teams at that time. So you have the Dodgers, the Giants, and at that time it was the California Angels. So those were players that represent those 3 California teams. Like I said, that was 1964. Then I got a postcard with the Mick on it, Mickey Mantle. This is a postcard from the Holiday Inn in Joplin, Missouri. And there you have the Mick standing in the middle of some baseball-themed dining area, bat in hand, ready to go, looking to swing away. Pretty cool. Anytime you can get a playing days, anything with the Mick on it, I'm grabbing it, especially when it's very inexpensive. This is what the back looks like. It is discolored, but that's okay. I don't care about that. I'm just happy to have it in any condition. It looks great as far as I'm concerned. And it does say Holiday Inn of Joplin, Missouri on the back. So that's cool. And my favorite postcard of all of them, and this is just amazing. It's in really great shape too. And this is Joe DiMaggio's restaurant, Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco, California. And here you have Vincent DiMaggio. Here on this side you have Dominic DiMaggio. And then in the middle, of course, you have the man himself, Joe DiMaggio. There's apparently what the restaurant looked like. And this is from the 1940s. Just a great piece, decal-edged, really nice condition. Here's the back. Really, really happy to grab that one. It's a really nice piece. I'm very happy to have it. Next, I've got a couple of pictures. One of them is pretty cool, and the other one is just absolutely amazing. And so the pretty cool one first, this is George Scott, Boomer Scott, there jawing with the umpire. And the caption, what it says is, Boston first baseman George Scott and first base umpire Al Clark share thoughts on a decision at first in the 3rd inning. And so this was from a game that was played on July 15th, 1977. And I have to believe that George Scott was not happy with the decision that was made at first base. So here's the back, clearly a Type 1 photo. It's got the date stamp here, July 15, 1977. And then it's got the other date stamp here, July 16, 1977, which I believe was the day it would have been in the newspaper. And it's got Sun Times. It's from the Sun. Apparently, it was in the Sun Times newspaper. I don't know where that is. Maybe Chicago. I'm not sure. It's not a Boston paper, but Sun Times anyway. So I thought that was really cool. And then this is just absolutely amazing. Satchel Paige photograph. Just absolutely love that. I've determined through my research that I believe that this photo was taken in 1942. Just love the uniform, the Kansas City Monarchs uniform. You see the number 25 there on the back. Of course, there's Satchel Paige. I got a young man watching there on the side, and so I believe that this photo was taken at Yankee Stadium. So that's the facade there, Yankee Stadium. And in 1942, there was a exhibition game between the Kansas City Monarchs and the New York Yankees, and it's believed that that's when this photo is from. You can see the back; it's definitely very old. I wanted to try and find out some more information on this, and I was in contact with a gentleman named Dean Weingarten, I believe his name is, and he's an expert in vintage photography. And he gave me a tip. He said, look at the back with a black light, and if it's dull, it's pre-1955, and if it's bright, it's after 1955. And so I did that, and it's definitely dull on the back. So I believe it is pre-1955. And of course, like I said, I'm pretty sure that this photograph was taken in 1942. So we still have 13 years from 42 to 55. So, I mean, it could be a Type 3 photo. I don't know. But I'm probably going to end up sending this off to PSA to have them authenticate it, because I just think it's really cool. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you all. Always look forward to the comments. Talk to you all soon. Bye for now.